Hey, this is Chris Arnold, and I am an Avon independent sales leader, and I have another installment in our series of tips and training for new representatives for you. And today what we're going to talk about is follow-up, why you should do it, how to do it, and how to make the most of it. So first off, why do you want to follow up? You want to follow up with new contacts that you make, prospective customers, prospective team members. You want to follow up with your existing customers each campaign to see if there's anything that they need. So the reason you want to follow up is because life is hectic for just about everybody. I hear, all the time, well, if they want anything, they'll call me. Or, when they're ready to sign up, they'll give me a call. And in reality, what it is they, got the brochure from you. They went through, they marked some of their favorite products, figured out what things they were running low on, and set the book aside because they had to get the kids from school, make dinner, go back to work. They had to run to the grocery store. They had to do anything that caused them to put down that brochure, and they didn't get around to picking it back up and giving you a call, sending you an email, or hopping onto your website and placing the order. So we want to follow up with people because placing Avon orders is not their job. Getting Avon orders placed is our job. And so we really want to be sure that we're following up with our customers and following up with potential team members. And just to note on, potential team members, just because somebody doesn't sign up, does not get started right away, doesn't mean that they're not interested. It just means it wasn't the right time for them. So you do want to follow up with them periodically. You don't want to call them every week going, hey, you ready to sign up? Hey, you ready to sign up? But have, something in place that, maybe you see, a great, post on Avon's beauty blog about being a representative, and you want to send them the link to that and share it with them. Or you occasionally share one of the posts from the social media center about being a representative with them. So, you do want to follow up with those leads as well. But the majority of our topic today is going to focus on following up with customers. So the follow-up is just as important with potential team members, but we're going to look at tips and tactics specifically for following up with customers. So the first thing you need to do if you're going to follow up with a customer is when you give out the brochure, or you meet somebody that's interested in Avon and possibly purchasing Avon, you want to make sure you get their contact information so that you have a way to follow up with them. You don't want to wait. You don't want to be stuck having to wait for them to call you. So make sure that you get their phone number, their email, their address, something so that you can follow up with them, that you connect with them on social media, maybe through Facebook or Google Plus or whatever social media platform that you use and that they use. So make sure that you have a way to follow up with everybody. And I did share some tips, and we also have a installment in the series for new representatives about maximizing your brochures, and I shared some tips there about how to get contact information from people as you share the brochure with them. But mainly it's pretty easy if you're focusing on what you can do for them if you have that information. So if I get your phone number, I can check back with you in a few days, answer any questions that you have about the products, or see if there's some things that you'd like to try samples of. I know you like to you're excited about having an Avon brochure. I'd love to make sure you get a new one every campaign. Can I get your address where I can drop off the new brochure? So having something that you can follow up with them. And there's lots of different ways that you can follow up with people. So you can follow up with them by phone. If they're the type of person that they prefer an actual conversation, you can follow up with them by phone. If they text, if they're very, tech savvy and comfortable with text messaging, you can follow up with them by text message. You can follow up with them by email. Email is actually a great way to follow up if they check their email. That's a great way to follow up with people because you can add them to the address book in your e-store and have them get set up the automated emails so they get the marketing emails from Avon. Or you can go and set up and a newsletter of your own that you send out, a message that comes directly from you. When you're first getting started, you could do that through your personal email. I recommend the service that I use is called MailChimp. Chimp like a monkey, and mail like the stuff that comes in your mailbox, so mailchimp.com. And they offer a free version that you can use up to a certain number of people on your contact list and a certain number of emails that you send every month that are both actually pretty high numbers. But you can set that up, and they have little templates that you can throw in your information that you want to send them. So maybe you want to include, a link to the e-brochure online. Be sure to get the link that includes your rep ID, so they go to your e-store. So you can include, hey, the new brochure is up online. Give it a look. You can talk a little bit about a couple of your favorite products that are in that brochure. So an email newsletter is a great way to stay in contact with folks. And it's great if they check their email. If they're not the type of person who regularly checks their email, then you want to go with one of those other ways. And that's really the most important thing about what way you follow up with them is got to be the way that works best for them. If they hardly ever answer the phone, never check their voicemail, text message is going to be better. If they make it a habit, they check their email every morning with their morning coffee, email newsletter or the automated marketing emails from Avon are going to be a great way to go. If they spend their whole day on Facebook, connecting with them on Facebook and private messaging them through Facebook is going to be the best way to follow up with them and to share things with them there. So, ask your customers. And it's really as simple as saying, hey, I like to follow up with my customers to make sure that, they're getting all of the products that they need or all of their questions answered and that they never miss any of the really good deals on their favorite products. What's the best way to follow up with you? What way do you prefer? And it's as simple as that. Just ask them, what way would you like me to follow up with you? You can also ask, how often would you like me to check in with you? And I give them a couple options because some people just they really don't know. I said I have some customers that I contact every single campaign, every 2 weeks, to see if there's anything that they need. I have some that I do a little less often, like maybe every 6 weeks, and then some that I do just 3 or 4 times a year. And I also have some customers that I just let them know when their favorite product is on sale. And otherwise, we don't have to do a follow-up because they just want to know when their favorite product is on sale. So give them a few choices on how often you want to follow up with them. But, ask your customers, how do you want me to follow up with you? And what's, how often is good for you? And trust me, don't ever worry that you're going to be bugging your customers. Because it really is a service. And think about it. Years ago, Walgreens had a commercial that had a guy going around, the woman's house and checking, okay, well, she needs more milk and she's out of this in her medicine cabinet and she needs some laundry soap. And, they had a service that they would automatically let you know periodically that, oh, hey, it might be time to replenish your laundry soap, or they still do it for prescriptions, that it should be about time to refill your prescription. So, it really is, it's a service for busy people. Hey, I know it's been a couple months since you got your face cream. Wanted to let you know that it's on sale in case you're running low and want to get another one. It's a service that we offer. So don't worry that you're bothering your customers or that you're being pushy. I promise you, if they don't need you to call, and there are customers that they get the book, they look through it, they call you right away if they need anything, and if they don't need anything, they just don't call you. They will let you know if that's the type of person they are. I guarantee it. If they don't want you to call, they'll let you know that you don't need to call them or that you don't need to message them or whatever. So just assume that everybody needs follow-up until they tell you otherwise. And really, it's not being pushy, because you don't call up and you go, hey, Sue, it's time for you to place an order. You haven't ordered in 3 months. Where's your order? Hey, Sue, it's Chris with Avon. Just wanted to let you know that my next order is going in tomorrow and see if there was anything you needed. That's it. It's not pushy. If she doesn't need anything, oh, that's great. The new book will be going out. You'll see that next week, and I'll check back with you in a couple of campaigns, or whatever. It's very light, upbeat. It's not pushy, it's not overbearing. So don't worry that your customers are going to get upset if you do that. Like I said, they will tell you if they don't need follow-up. So the next question is how to really do the follow-up. And Avon has a great tool for us in our website. I will share my screen here so that I can show you that. There we go. And I will go over to, this is the main page of youravon.com. If you're a brand new representative, this is going to look a little different because there is a separate landing page for new representatives. It's geared more toward the information that new representatives will find the most important. So to get to the follow-up tool, you just go into your web office. And absolutely, I highly recommend, I know there are some representatives that they just go in and they, handwrite all of their customers' orders in the receipt book, and then they go in and they put everything in under their own name. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you actually add each one of your customers to your address book and you enter their orders under their name, because it's going to give you, first off, a nice central location where all of your customers and their contact information is located, so you have easy access to it anywhere that you have internet access. But most importantly, it's going to keep track of their order history for you. And that is very, very important to have that order history. But the tool that Avon has for us for follow-up is it's currently located right here in the bottom right pink box, and it pays to follow up. And when you click on that, it will give you a list of every customer who has not ordered in the last 3 campaigns. So if they haven't ordered within the last 3 campaigns, they will show up in this list. And they'll show up so that it will give you their name, the last time that they ordered, and their contact information. And it'll show you what products they ordered in their last order, so that you kind of have an idea what type of things that they order and what they might want to reorder, what they might be running low on. And then you can click on each person and view their full order history. So it'll show, you can go most recent 9 campaigns all the way out to 27 campaigns. So a year's worth of campaigns to see what they've ordered. And you can see, what they ordered, what price they paid for it when they got it. You can see if they ordered it via direct delivery or if they ordered it through representative delivery. So you can see all of that information on your customers. And of course, from that report, you've got the phone number and the email right there, so that you can go, and follow up with them right from that page. And it'll show you, if they're unsubscribed from the automated emails, which also means that you wouldn't be able to send them the forwardable emails. But if they have their email address in there, you can click on send forwardable email and you can send them one of the emails from the email center. And that's especially useful if you don't have the automated email set up, where that people can are automatically getting the marketing emails from Avon. If you just want to look at your customer history, or if you are looking through the brochure, because another way that you can follow up is you can go through the brochure and you can see what's on sale this campaign that customers might want to stock up on. So for example, if we have a sale on Skin So Soft bath oil, you can go to customer management, customer history, pulls up this screen. So you can search all customers and then just type in bath oil, or if you have the item number of the item you want to see, and you can click go, and that will show then every customer who bought bath oil in the last 9 campaigns. And then, like I said, you can expand it to 6 months or a year and see who all has bought, on an extended basis. So if bath oil is on sale, I can go in here, pull this up, and here's the customers who have bought bath oil in the last 9 campaigns. Now, one thing to keep in mind is I just searched for bath oil. So what I got were all of the bath oil products where bath oil is actually in the name. Now, I can change it to just give me anything with oil in the name, and I may get more results. So for example, then I get into folks that have the Skin So Soft Supreme Triple Phase Oil now show up in the list. But then I also get anything with the argan oil shampoo. So you can use different search terms to find or use item numbers to find the products based on how the words are actually in the descriptions. But you can look up, see who uses a particular product, and you can call and let them know that that product is on sale. So that's a great tool, being able to use your web office, using that customer history to know who hasn't ordered recently or who uses a particular product. Because I actually do get even more orders when I do my follow-up each campaign. I get more orders when I'm contacting people that a particular product is on sale, especially if it's on a really good sale. If it's something that's going to be like the lowest price this year, or if it's a product that hasn't gone on sale in a while, or if it's at a lower than normal sale price, I'll get a lot more people that will order those items when I let them know. So you can use those tools to set your follow-up. And when you're looking at those who haven't ordered in 3 campaigns, that's a good way to go with that. And you can click on each customer in that list and see if you've put any notes in that says maybe I'm just going to follow up with this person every 6 months, or however often you're going to follow up with them, or have notes in the customer entry, what the best way to follow up with them is. There's also different things you can do, like you can keep a notebook of customers that you follow up with. You can either do, just keep a master list of everybody that buys bath oil, so you don't have to go and look it up each campaign. Or you can just have a notebook where each campaign is its own page, and every time you have contact with a customer, you put what campaign you're going to follow up with them next. Just write them on that page. You can do index cards. There's all sorts of different ways. Just find a way that works for you to keep track of when you want to follow up with your customers, what the best way to do that is. You may keep a list based on, this is who I'm going to call, this is who I'm going to text, this is who I'm going to email, and this is who I'm going to contact on Facebook. So have whatever works for you, because, we all kind of think about things and organize things in a different way. But whatever works for you, set up a system so that you do follow up with your customers regularly. Using the follow-up tool on the web office it's a really quick and easy way where you don't have to set up a system. You just go in and go through and see who hasn't ordered in the last 3 campaigns. And that's usually a good interval to follow up with people. Some people order more often, some people order less. Absolutely keep a list of those customers that need follow-up every campaign. I have some customers that they will leave that book sitting there on their desk with the list in it. They would leave it sitting there for a year if I didn't call them and go, hey, my next order's going in. Is there anything you need? And I have customers that they appreciate the follow-up so much that thanks to caller ID, they actually answer the phone instead of saying hello or hi, Chris, or how are you today? They answer the phone by saying, hold on, let me go get my book. So that just goes to show how much customers do appreciate follow-up. So make sure you're getting contact information for all of the people that you give a brochure to. Make sure you're finding out the best way to follow up with them and how often they like to be followed up with. And make sure you're using the tools available to keep track of who's ready to be contacted and who you should be letting know that their favorite product is on sale. So I cannot recommend follow-up enough. It really should be one of the most important and regular parts of your business. And I hope you found this useful, and I will see you all again with more representative tips.